Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm a freshman here at Keene State, and my major is elementary education, and I'm also on the soccer team.
Cool. So, how did you go about deciding that Keene State was the right college for you? Maybe just tell us a little bit about what your experience was on picking the right school.
Well, it was a pretty long process in the beginning, but in high school, my senior year of high school, I was very stressed out about what I wanted to do. Did I want to play soccer? What my major was going to be? But ever since I was little, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. Well, picking the right school is always difficult for anyone. For me, it was almost pretty easy, actually. I didn't apply to many schools. I just thought, everyone always told me, go look at Keene State, it's always a nice school, and I'm like, no, why would I want to go to Keene State to New Hampshire? There's nothing to do up there. So one day, my family and I went up for the day, and I fell in love with it. The first minute I walked onto the campus, I knew that it was right for me. I knew that I could see myself here for 4 years. It was just the atmosphere, the people, just everything.
Have you enjoyed your classes that you've taken so far?
I have enjoyed them. Some classes are boring, I'm not going to lie, but you have to get through it. It's your freshman year, you have to get these credits over with, and once you're done with it, you'll feel great. And right now, my second semester, I love my classes, or what I picked them, but I still have to, they're what I had to take, but they're great classes. I love them. And if you love the class, then you won't even realize that, like, the time you're in there. But I do definitely feel like that Keene State was the right choice for me. I did look at Springfield College where my twin sister goes, but I didn't want to be with her. I wanted to be away because we've been with each other all our lives. So, and also Keene State I live in Massachusetts, and it's only about an hour and 10 minutes away. I think it's perfect distance because I am very close to my family. But you need to realize that if you want to be away, then you have to sacrifice the consequences. If you want to be with your family one night and you can't, you just have to deal with it because this is where you wanted to be. And it's hard to, there are going to be hard times in college where you just want to quit and you just want to go home, but you can't. Like, you just have to sit down, take a deep breath, and realize that this is your future. You have to, it's depending on, and there's going to be work that is very overloaded, and you feel so stressed out, but once again, you just have to realize that this is your job. But after all that, college is great. I love it. It's a great experience, and I hope to have a great 3 more years.
So how has it been to balance all like your workload and soccer?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's very hard, actually. It's all through high school I played 3 sports and I loved them all, but I knew that soccer was my passion always since I was little. So playing soccer in college wasn't that big of a deal for me because I knew I wanted to do it, and I knew that I just wanted to excel in it more. It was almost like I loved soccer more than I wanted to go to school. So I'm not gonna lie, I did pick a school that was good at soccer. I almost looked at that first, but then I thought that Keene State had a great education program, so I was like, hey, this is great for me. I love my friends on the team. In the beginning it was hard because I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know anyone. Preseason was very hard, I'm not going to lie. It was hard, so anyone out there who is willing to play sport in college, it is hard. You have to be prepared for mentally and physically what you're going to go through. Because when I got here, I thought I was in the best shape I could get in, and it was a reality check for me. And you can meet all new people. And I can say that I came into preseason, like 2 days later, I met like great friends and I hung out with them ever since. But realizing that when you have practice every single day and you're taking 4 to 5 classes, it's very hard to manage your time. You have to know when your homework's due, or you can't procrastinate till the day before when you have the class. And like college sports they're very difficult. It's a whole different thing than high school sports. You go all year round. We're on our off season. We still go 3 times a week, and we lift 2 times a week. So it's a huge commitment. You just have to love. You have to love the game. You have to really have a huge passion for it because usually, this is a D3 school, so you're really not going to go anywhere after it. So you need to know that this is what you want to do and how you want to play. And time management, it's just, you need to realize that there are going to be long nights when you are on an away game that's like 2.5 hours away, and you have a night game at 7. You're not going to get home until at least 11:30 at night. So you need to do your homework when you have the time. You need to realize that it is an everyday thing. You get Sundays off, that's it, for your on season, and then you get, well, like speaking as me, we got Christmas vacation off, and then we went right back at it again, and we haven't stopped, and it's not going to stop till I'm out of school. So I mean, it's a huge commitment, but I love it. And there have been times where I did cry and I didn't want to keep going with it because it was so hard. But now I love it, and I'm so happy that I stayed with it. And I met like the greatest friends here, and I just know that staying in the elementary education program and becoming more a better soccer player is what I want to do in the future and in my career.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Libby. I'm a sophomore at Keene State, and I'm a secondary education and Spanish major.
So Libby, tell us a little bit about how you got to Keene State.
Well, I definitely knew that I wanted to go to college, and I'm from Rhode Island, so I kind of live by the beach, so I always kind of knew that I wanted to go to the mountains because I snowboard. So I knew that I definitely wanted to go to a school that was in the north. And I actually applied to 4 schools. I applied to the University of Rhode Island because it's literally in the town that I grew up in. And I applied to a Northeastern University in Boston. And I applied to the University of Vermont, but I was accepted to URI and University of Vermont. I was waitlisted for Northeastern. But honestly, as soon as I took a tour of Keene State, I knew that it's where I wanted to come. And compared to the tuition prices for the University of Vermont, like there's no comparison. Keene State is a much more affordable school, so that's how I knew I wanted to come here.
So do you feel like your hard work paid off?
Yeah, definitely coming here was a good decision because I'm paying for college all on my own. So there were definitely a lot of steps that I had to take in order to be able to pay for college. My senior year of high school was when I decided or realized pretty much that I was going to be paying for college on my own. So I'd had a part-time job for at least a year. So I started saving a little bit of that money, and I applied for a bunch of scholarships through my high school. I actually, not even knowing if I was eligible for it, I applied for a scholarship through the Rhode Island 100 Club because my dad was a volunteer firefighter. And it was the biggest scholarship that I applied for, but I actually ended up being one of the 10 recipients of it, and it's $3,500 a year. So that definitely pays for a big chunk. And based on other factors, I get a lot of financial aid, and I get some scholarship through Keene State too. So overall, scholarships definitely are helping me pay for college, and some student loans too, but a lot of people have to take out student loans, so that's a normal thing, but yeah. There were definitely a couple times, especially my senior year, even last year as a freshman, that like there were some times where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford 4 years of college. Like definitely when you get slapped with like those tuition bills, you kind of freak out, but if there's one thing I can say, it's definitely like not to give up, because you will like find a way. And in high school especially, like one of the things that I like can't urge enough or like emphasize enough is that like you should definitely get involved in like a bunch of things. Like I played sports my freshman and sophomore year of high school, and like I love those, don't get me wrong, but junior and senior year, well first junior year, I decided to run for class president, which is a thing that like I didn't even know, honestly I didn't think that I was going to win. It was just something that I like thought might be fun to do, and I ran and I actually ended up winning, and then I was reelected my senior year. So that was awesome, and like that was a great experience. And it doesn't matter what you want to do. I think like if you don't want to go to college, like that's fine. If you want to join the military, like anything, that's fine. It's just the thing I can't stress enough is like no matter what you do, get involved, because it will make any experience like 100 times better.